even 500, and you still have symptoms, come to Limitless Mail. We treat the person and the symptoms, not the number. Our mission is for you to feel optimal again. So if you're tired all the time, no energy, brain fog, muscle loss, nothing left in the tank, get your free consult at limitlessmail.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio, video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Yesterday, your water heater worked just fine. Today, surprise! When you're out of hot water, just call the plumbers at Bryant. In most cases, you can get same-day water heater replacement. What you won't get is a costly surprise with the bill. At Bryant, the price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. No last-minute extras for piping or ventilation alterations. Need a new water heater? Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL Weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a slight chance of showers and storms this morning. Otherwise, probably the mostly sunny skies expected with an afternoon high around 85. Tonight, mostly clear skies with an overnight low around 58. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies return. We'll see a high around 77. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clark for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
This is on all of them. This game is the stage is set for them to right the wrong. We beat Colorado, we right the wrongs, but you're going to have to do it as a team. There's not going to be any can't be, oh, the defense played well or the offense didn't. It can't be that. Everybody's going to have to come together, special teams included, to beat Colorado, period. It's going to have to be a group effort. We can get it done, but you better control the line of scrimmage.
Welcome into the locker room, the most sacred of spaces in sports. Talking you through the behind-the-scenes conversations that happen behind closed doors. With former Nebraska football tight end Chancellor Brewington.
Chancellor Brewington, the 6-year senior tight end, finding his way into the end zone.
And former South Dakota State running back and Nebraska football assistant Mikey Daniel.
Hand off to Daniel inside the 2 to the 1, and he powers his way into the end zone for a South Dakota State touchdown.
This is The Locker Room, brought to you by Ep Foundation Repair. Here are your hosts, Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel.
Here we are in the debut week of The Locker Room here on 93.7 The Ticket, and the show is taking off. We're hearing the word is spreading around Lincoln. So if you haven't heard, go ahead and grab a seat, take a seat, and enjoy The Locker Room here with Mikey Daniel and Chancellor Brewington and a special guest today. I'll throw it to you guys to get the conversation rolling.
Come on. It's Thursday. We getting closer, man.
Mm-hmm.
Chancellor.
Man.
Always good to see you.
Man, it's always good to be in the studio.
Come on. Now I want to introduce my brother. He's not actually my brother, but we look a lot alike. He goes by the name of Luke Sellers, my former fullback at South Dakota State. A lot of the reason I had my success was because of this man, willing to do whatever, sacrificing his body, for the better good of the team, and then had a stint with the Lions, man. Luke, welcome to the locker room.
Hey, Mike, I appreciate it. Chancellor, appreciate you guys. Excited to be here. Man, let's get after it.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Yes, it is.
And this is how we start the locker room.
Come on.
So let's talk, Chancellor. It's Thursday. Where are we at in our mindset as a football team in the locker room? Where are we at? What's the preparation like? Let them know.
Yeah. So we talked about Tuesday being the most physical day. You're in your pads, you're hitting. Wednesday and Tuesday, the install is, real big. Wednesday gets a little slimmer. Thursday, it slims down. And now Thursday at practice is real fast, but there's not a bunch of contact, right? We're probably going to have 4 special teams periods. Probably going to go through the red zone stuff, third down, all the good stuff, right? But that pack is getting slimmer. And probably by the end of today, the final game plan for Nebraska versus Colorado or whatever game is happening this week is going to be finalized, right? And so today is one of those fast days. It's really one of the last real, little bit of contact. But this is one of the more important days. Thursday is, especially for special teams and other things as well.
Big mental day, right?
Yeah.
Making sure our T's are crossed and our I's are dotted. Luke, I want to hit on the art of the position of fullback.
Woo.
Some will say it's a dying breed.
Man.
All 3 of us have played the position. You most extensively, probably. What are your thoughts when somebody says the fullback's a dying breed? What do you think about that?
Honestly, I refer to it as a Swiss Army knife. Not a lot of offenses are running these days, both college and NFL. But I mean, it's such a dynamic position. A lot of people don't think fullback, okay, just some big guy filling up a hole, not getting the ball.
Right.
But you got to think, okay, he can go out in the flat. He can go up, do a wheel route. He's blocking ISO. He's doing a pop pass. Defenses today aren't ready for that. So like obviously you're seeing spread offenses, run and gun. I mean, it's something that needs to come back in my what I believe. I mean, it takes a special person too.
Yeah.
It takes a team first mentality because you're not getting the rock most of the time. I mean, South Dakota State, I got it one time. One for one.
But on that one play, what happened?
Touchdown, baby.
There we go. There we go. Love to see the fullbacks in the end zone.
And you know what's crazy? It was the last game of our senior year before playoffs.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
At rival University of South Dakota.
It was away?
Away.
Oh, there we go.
That's what I'm saying. So big rival game. I actually got knocked out in the first half, punch shield. That's
oh my goodness.
That takes a different breed as well.
Oh my goodness.
But I knew in my head, I'm just like, man, they got this playing for me. I haven't scored a touchdown my whole career. Like, I'm gonna find a way to get back out there.
But let's hear the play call.
I mean, obviously, I cleared concussion protocol. Disclaimer there. Gosh, I don't remember the exact play call.
Spider 2 wide banana.
There you go.
It was 14 swipe. What we did is we faked it with me coming back, cutting off the DN, bluffed him, got into the flat, quarterback rolled out, bang. And the funny thing is, there's a picture of it. I got so excited. I got the ball. I'm over here extending it, and I'm 3 yards from the end zone.
He ain't never touched paint before. He didn't understand.
And I see Buddy coming in. I'm just like, oh, snap. So then I tucked it nice, knocked right over the pylon, and got up. And I was just like, man, that's what it feels like to be in the end zone.
That's what it feels like.
Woo,
I tell you what, though.
It had been a minute.
I tell you what, though. Celebration was whack. You could tell he hadn't touched paint before. It had been a while.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I got up, didn't know exactly what to do. Boys came up, we were hyped.
Right.
Took the lead. That's all I knew. So it was 6.
So when I think about fullbacks, especially in NFL, I think about what they create in an offense, right?
Absolutely.
The different things that you can do with them. We see the use checks, even the way the Ravens use record. Like you see these dynamic offense, and usually you can trace it back to they have some type of guy that can line up, in a 21 personnel or some type of H-back position. And we see them now, like they're splitting out, doing some stuff at receiver, and the position's evolving. So, like, what's your take on where you think this fullback position? Because it's kind of growing, it's coming back right now, right, in a different way. So, what do you think about that?
I think it's great to see because, like I said, it's adding a whole another dynamic, just the offense in general, keeping those defenses on their toes, really. I mean, okay, this guy's coming out. Usually he's in the backfield. What's going on
Right.
here? So keeping the offenses, not being predictable, that's a big thing. Obviously teams are watching their film. So I just think it's great for the position as well because, back in the, 90s, 80s, even 2000s, like a lot of them were built to where, they're blocking, but they're not getting the ball. Not that versatile. So like to see that come back in a different wave, man, it gets me juiced up.
Yeah.
I mean, just for the fullbacks that come and like the fullbacks that came through, like, man, this is an important position when it comes to offensive side of the ball here.
Right.
It's not a lot of people say it's a glorified lineman. No, we ain't that no more.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? So it's awesome.
And that's what's tough for me to see.
Yeah.
Because it is so much deeper than I'm just going to put my hand in the dirt and I'm going to run through this linebacker's face, this DN, who, this, that, and the third. Recently, I think this morning, I just saw Harbaugh over with the Chargers moved a defensive lineman to fullback.
Yep.
He's 299 pounds moving to fullback. I'm like, the disrespect.
Right.
Come on. And it depends on how you want to use them. But look at the teams that were just in the NFL or in the Super Bowl last year. Use check. Right? Because why? He creates so much mismatch.
Yeah.
He creates so many opportunities that other teams can't do. Right? CJ Ham in Minnesota. Been there for 9 years. My mentor, my brother, Keith Smith, this is his first year out of the league, but been rolling for 9-10 years. And when you have a dominant fullback, it's just you make your offense so much more unpredictable, like you said. And if I have guys that I can throw, I can line up at split back. We talked about this with Heinrich about Heinrich the other day.
Yep.
If we throw Heinrich in the game, he's a ball player.
Yeah.
So you should get him on the field. Is he Taysom Hill?
I like that.
When I looked at him and when I watched him play last season, he can play quarterback.
Right.
Don't get it. I mean, I'm not saying he cannot play quarterback, but
so can Taysom Hill.
So can Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
But the idea is to have your best players on the field. And if 1-5 is 1-5,
right,
he's not going to take 1-5 off the field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if he's still one of my best players and I can use him in a split back setting, great, because that makes him more done. That makes our team, we can do so many different misdirections. Right? You talked about a bunch of different play calls that you were like, man, if they use him this way, right, he can now take a shovel pass and then throw and have a double pass off that. Like, come on, you can't, because he can also take the rock and take it for 90.
Yeah.
And we saw that how many times last season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the art of the fullback is so much deeper than most people think. And so I have such a respect for it. It's a hard transition. In college, I played running back. And then as I moved to the professional world, I moved to fullback. And so this is a true story. When I started my rookie year in Atlanta, and that was first time playing fullback. And I go on to the Panthers. And at this point, I was 218 pounds. Okay. Because I had got back to running back weight. And I get there and I do my workout and I'm balling. Like, I went crazy. Had the best workout of my life for them. They said, well, hey, Coach Rule said, we're going to sign you today, but you're light. So this is off season. Nobody's around. He said, we're going to keep you here in town so that you can be with our nutritionist and our chef. And we're going to get that weight back. Cause I had, before I left Atlanta, I was 236. So he said, we need to get you back to 236. And I said, okay. So over the course of 3 weeks, I went home, got my stuff, and over the course of 3 weeks, I put on 20 pounds.
Sheesh. What was those days like?
This is what we talked about, 1%ers yesterday.
Right.
It is so hard. I had a force feed, right? So I'm getting up, I'm working out 3-4 times a day just so I don't get fat, because you could do it the wrong way. And so I'm doing push up after push up after push up. I'm running, but I have to also supplement myself with enough protein, enough all that stuff, so that I can keep putting on weight.
Right.
And so it took me 3 weeks, but I would go to Qdoba. Shout out to Qdoba or Chipotle.
Oh yeah, Qdoba get you right
every single night before bed. And I didn't want to, but it was something that I knew that I had to do if I really wanted to make this thing a lifestyle. And so right before bed, I go get a big Qdoba bowl, double steak, double chicken, rice,
loaded
cheese, sour cream, the whole nine. I'll eat that, and then I would drink a protein shake, which those in itself are pretty filling, right?
Mhm.
Those in itself is hard to take down. And so I got up to 236 like I was supposed to. I then get in my contract that I signed, and I showed this to the players when he had me speak to them about weight,
Mhm.
because they said, "Oh, I can't get to this weight. I can't get to the weight that you want."
I hate hearing that.
And he goes, so Coach Campbell, Corey Campbell, he had me talk to the guys in the weight room about my story. And so in my contract, and I put it on the big board for them to see, it said I had to be 236 and I had a 1 pound buffer on either side. So I could get up to 237 or I could go down to 235. Anything above or below that 2 pound buffer, I was fined $730 per pound. So if I'm 240, now I got $2,100 in fines just because I'm 3 pounds out, or vice versa. If I'm 232, that's $2,100. I'm now paying $2,200,
Mm.
and that's significant,
Right.
right? You just gonna give me $2,100 right now, and every day you got to weigh in,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're not gonna lie to this. You're not gonna lie to the scale.
Yeah.
Nah.
So odds are there. Okay, today he was this, and it gets directly sent up the line to Coach Rule.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so guess what I did? I stayed at 236. I stayed there. I'm like, you're not gonna take $2,100
Mm-hmm.
just because. I'm not just gonna give you that.
Right.
But that's what it takes. When we talk about 1%er, that is the reality of 1% doing things that other people aren't comfortable doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
For sure. For sure. What was your playing weight at?
Man, I was 255.
Mm.
I mean, I was up there.
Mm-hmm.
And like going into Detroit, obviously they wanted me to be a little bit more athletic when it came to like special teams and stuff. So I actually dropped down to like 245 as I was going into Detroit. And, I felt really good at that weight just because, I want to be as versatile as possible,
Mm-hmm.
especially a fullback, small school, undrafted. I mean, you can't miss a day.
Right.
I mean, in that locker room, bro, like one day, yep, got my left gone, got my right gone, especially just in my position, in the NFL, it is pretty disposable right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah.
Okay, let's put a running back there. Let's put a wide receiver there. So if you're not doing everything right, man, you don't got a chance.
And the thing is, they're looking for you to do things wrong. They're not looking for a reason they should keep you. They're looking for a reason they should cut you.
Exactly.
Because I know that if us three are fighting for a position, okay, I see him do something wrong, Chancellor, I'm gonna fly him in, I'm gonna work him up, and it's day to day. So people don't understand the mental strength, like, is even worse than the physical, because every day it's my head is on the chopping block.
Yeah,
right, and that's real. Like every single day I have to bring it, and I know that if I don't perform, today could be it.
Nah, for sure. There was a workout and there was a bunch of tight ends and one got signed because he could long snap on the side. That's it. Boom. I mean, it wasn't really like a thing where no one was like better than each other. It wasn't, nothing was glaring. Everyone was good players, right? But he could long snap and obviously other guys don't focus on long snapping, right? And just because of that, he got signed. So yeah, it's a dog eat dog world out there.
Man, and just kind of touching some more on that, like when I got cut by the Lions, I said, "Yep, we're gonna cut you, but we might resign you in a few days, so we're gonna put you up in a hotel." I'm like, "Okay, but like we're gonna need a rental car, we're gonna need all this back. But, like, we'll let you know." They dropped me off at this hotel, thinking, "Okay, I'm gonna be the only guy here, just hanging out, just got cut." And I pull up, and there's 100 other guys in the hotel.
Yeah.
They got bodies waiting.
Yeah.
Bodies waiting to replace you. And that's when it really clicked to me. Like, wow. Wow, man. Like this is a business.
Man. I know that's right.
And that's what really gave me some perspective. I'm just like,
I want to hit up a little bit on that when we come back. Because I really want to dive deeper into that and the mental toughness it takes to be in that world.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a break here from the locker room. Great stuff, great insight. If you want listeners in Nebraska talk some fullback, people love that. So we'll be back to talk more fullback NFL realities, all that coming up next on the locker room on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Oh, Kansas.
Here we go. Make it happen today.
You just don't stop giving, do you?
Green flag, we're underway.
The closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history.
What a finish, boys.
Close to downtown, amazing campgrounds, 4 NASCAR races in one weekend, and it's the playoffs.
Goddamn right.
Now you're just showing off. But we're not mad. In fact, we're looking forward to it. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 27th through the 29th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandSmith.com.
If you're looking for tickets to the Colorado game, 93.7 The Ticket has you covered. There are 3 different ways to win one of 4 pairs of tickets. 1, like our 93.7 The Ticket page on Facebook and share the post. 2, follow our 93.7 The Ticket account on Twitter and repost the announcement post. 3, come on down to 1040 O Street, buy a drink from the mill, and enter your name in the box. All drawings will be done at noon on Friday. Get entered now.
Follow the Huskers to the City of Angels when Nebraska plays at USC in November. Book your official Nebraska alumni travel package at HuskerFanTravel.com. Choose from 2 or 3 night options that include a downtown LA hotel, exclusive welcome event, game day transportation, and the official Husker Huddle pregame party. Add on game tickets for an optional upgrade. Transportation to and from LA not included. Join the official Nebraska alumni trip to see the Huskers play at USC. Spots are limited, so book your trip now at HuskerFanTravel.com.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
This is Jordy Ball for Anderson Ford. For years, Anderson has relied on an exceptional customer experience. But just this once, they're going to rely on a really great pitch.
It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event. Lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $399 per month.
Experience better. at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1003769, $399 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit, $7,500 per year, $56.50 to sign, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 9324. See dealer for details.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Are your feet just killing you? You feel like all hope is lost? Say goodbye to discomfort and hello to pain relief at Brown Shoe Fit. They offer expert advice along with high-quality products to help you find the right solution tailored to your specific needs. Need a different width? Not a problem. Brown's carries a wide range of widths in store. Brown Shoe Fit on 66th and Q.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel. Brought to you by App Foundation Repair on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back in the locker room here on a Thursday as we get closer and closer to kickoff on Saturday. Of course, we're talking all football here in the locker room with a special guest. I'll send it to you guys to keep the conversation strong and rolling.
Man, I thought that first segment was fire. I thought we were really rolling right there. Just giving some true insight to what a day-to-day in the NFL locker room looks like. And I want to circle back because I think that there's some important information that people need to know. So, Luke, I kind of want to kick it off to you and talk a little bit more about the mental toughness and fortitude it takes to be not even just in the NFL locker room, but a college locker room and the constant struggles that you have to overcome.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a daily battle. I mean, especially just naturally who we are as athletes, like we're always trying to get better, so that continued push of, okay, what am I doing to get better here? Because you're either moving forward or you're going backwards.
Right.
There's no in between with that. So I'd say, like, as far as the college aspect of it, I mean, there's a lot you're juggling, obviously, with classes and stuff and, taking care of business on the, in the classroom, because at the end of the day, if you're not taking care of the classroom, you're not going to be on the field. So like, that's just one more thing you got to worry about if you're not taking care of business there first. But, as far as the field, like understanding the playbook, I mean, I have, my freshman year at South Dakota State, first coming in, I was like, oh man, these are a lot of plays, but then you get used to it, you get the foundation and the base of, okay, yep, these are our plays, going to be running. Then you get to the NFL and you're like, yeah, that's those some plays, and the thing is, you got to know them day one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, okay, yep, all right, next man up, or you're getting to the meeting later that night, and have sellers come up, and you're gone.
With your iPad.
Yeah. Don't forget the iPad, and here's a trash bag for you. But yeah, man, no, it's a lot. I mean, obviously, the fans too, and everything. The support. When you're doing well, they love you, but when you're not, I mean, no one's there.
How big was your support system while you were going, transition from high school to college and college to NFL? Like your support system just for you?
Yeah, no, I'd say I was blessed definitely just with the friends and family and my parents. I mean, they came up to every single game, tried to make it to every single away game that they could. But my friends and my family, I mean, they've always been there for me, and being able to voice, just the struggles and of the journey. And man, I'm blessed and just thankful for that aspect of it, because it is a lot you're going through, a lot you're taking on. You want to be the best. You want to make your family proud. And it's not easy. On the outside, they're playing football. It's great. There's a lot more to it.
Man.
So
I know that's right. We were talking earlier, I think it was maybe yesterday or the day before. We're talking about, as athletes, we have to emotionally and in relationships as well, compartmentalize our lives outside of football.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that for the viewers is really just relationships, whether it's just, you got a girlfriend, or you got mom, dad, sisters, all these different things. You got emotional things you got to compartmentalize and not let those things affect football.
Right.
So as you're transitioning to real world and life, how have you discovered, yourself and the things, maybe you blocked out during football or weren't really good at, you talk about business and stuff like that. How have you been able to find yourself?
Man, I kind of go back just to the struggles with ball and stuff, because I overcame a lot of adversity just with having 4 surgeries, messing my knee up. And there was a lot of times where I'm like, man, am I even going to be able to play? And I was blessed and fortunate to have an opportunity to pursue my dream, make it to the NFL. But biggest thing that I've learned about myself is, man, just the resilience of myself. Man, we're always battling these thoughts of you're not good enough, you can't do it. Man, you can.
And can't nobody take that from you. And I told you the other day, I said, can't nobody take that from you, because that's character and that's from within. If it's something that's outside, it can be stripped.
Absolutely.
But the fact that you had the resiliency to overcome hip surgery and whatever else may have occurred, nobody can take that.
Absolutely.
And that's the beauty in the struggle. J. Cole, I love J. Cole,
man,
because he's
Prophet Cole,
because he's
Cole,
right? He said it's beauty in the struggle.
Yeah,
and I think that the struggle is the fact that everybody wants to be somewhere they're not. And so, what does that mean? When I was playing, I looked at my friends that weren't playing ball, and they're starting to get into the workforce, buy a home, maybe get married, have kids, and I'm still living out a suitcase, couch surfing if I get cut and picked back up, traveling state to state, trying to find the next opportunity. There's no stability, there's no grounding.
Right,
it's exhausting. And so, but they're on the other side looking at me like, man, you're hanging out. What's up? You're hanging out at TG's house. You're in the locker room with Julio, with McCaffrey. You're living this life.
Yeah,
I want to be where everybody's in a place where they're trying to be somewhere they're not. And I think that's the true struggle. Is if you're not grounded, then you're nothing. You'll get washed away as soon as the quickest wave comes.
Not for sure. The concept, I guess, we're talking about, I read in a book, it's called 10x easier than 2x. And it's what we're talking about is living in the gap. This is the gap of where you want to be, where you see yourself, and where you are. So a lot of people, like you said, get depressed, have a bunch of anxiety, don't really know what's going to happen. It's hard to find themselves because they're always seeing themselves. And really, I think it comes down to gratitude and knowing where you are and where you're at and being proud of yourself and fixing where you're at. But yeah, it's good stuff, man.
Yeah. And that's why I'm so big on the fans, because I know how tough it is mentally. And so these guys who are 18, 19, 20 years old, when we come home to a game and they struggle and they're getting booed, that weighs on them. They're already battling so much, and you're sitting on the couch or you're sitting at home, you're sitting up in wherever you're sitting, and you're telling them, oh, why didn't you make this throw? How could you fumble? And it's like, well, you don't understand that this was moving at 100 miles an hour, and you don't understand that the read is, okay, he's running the cover 2. I'm going to high low this, or I'm going to hit the side pocket over here. That's the read, but this guy just made a play. You don't understand that, but yet you're sitting there and you're judging, and you're saying, Nobody's sitting at your job and like, hey,
man,
you mistyped that key. Boo! You don't hear that, right?
Man.
And the hardest thing for me when I got released from Carolina, Ian Rappaport, big reporter in the NFL, tweets, "Oh, Mikey Daniel has been released." So when I get fired, it's magnified to the world. If you get fired from your job, don't nobody but know about it except for your coworkers, maybe your wife, your significant other. The world knew that I got fired, you know, and that in itself is a grind. Like to be able to overcome that obstacle mentally, like because now everybody knows, and it's already hard enough. And now people are texting me before I even have a chance to get
process it.
To get back to my locker and get everything cleared out. And they're like, dude, what happened? How do you even know?
Right.
I didn't even have a chance to tell you this. How do you know?
Right.
It's quick.
And so I don't know. I want to kind of segue over into today's matchup. We got the Chiefs and the Ravens.
Come on.
And I want to talk about this game because we know that the Ravens love a fullback.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
So it's right on cue with where we're at.
Ricard.
And he's been doing this for a minute. He's a Pro Bowler year in and year out.
Yep.
What do we see today? What do we like? Let's talk predictions. Let's start with you, Chancellor. What do you see tonight? And who do you like?
I was saying earlier with Luke, I was like, the Chiefs usually, it take a couple games for them to get it rolling. Like usually they drop a game or two earlier, then they go on like an 8-0 run leading the playoffs. That's where we've seen them best. I don't know. I like the King. I like feeding them early, establishing, hey, this is who we are. As the Ravens, like I want to see them put it on table and say, this is who we are. You know, we're running our offense through Derrick Henry, like we talked about, right? We're running this offense through Derrick Henry, and everything. You know, Lamar is just gonna have to sit in the pocket and make throws, and he's gonna use his feet when he has to. He don't got to be the whole offense anymore. We got Derrick Henry, so I like the Ravens.
And I think this is the year that Lamar says, "Hey, I'm a quarterback."
I like that.
Too many people are like, "Oh, he's a running back that can play." No, this dude is a quarterback that is the best athlete on the field. You know, and I think this is the year that because Derrick Henry will run so well behind that O-line, behind big Ricard. Because think about this, Patrick Ricard is 300 pounds, but moves. And so now I've got a 300-pounder. If I run power, I have a left guard or a right guard that can pull that 300 and 330 pounds. I then have Patrick Ricard right behind that at 300 pounds. I then have the King behind him at 260 pounds.
It's a lot of beef.
Nobody wants to mess with that all game. So you might get in the way up early, but come fourth quarter, come on, don't play.
Yeah.
They're feeling that.
Yeah.
They're feeling that for sure.
Look, what do you think? What do you see tonight?
Man, I mean, I just go back to when the Ravens and the Chiefs played, last year, and I think the Ravens are hungry. Made some offseason moves. I think Lamar, I mean, he's ready to take over this year. I mean, obviously, Mahomes, he's going to do Mahomes things. That's bottom line. I think he's definitely showed that. And, the Chiefs are going to come in strong as well. Got some additions to the wide receiver room. And, man, I'm just excited. NFL football is back. But I got the Ravens tonight.
Yeah, I like it. We're going 3-0 over here right now. I'm also taking the Ravens.
Oh, there we go.
And
Sweet.
I like 21-17. I like 21-17.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break there as we break down the NFL starting tonight. We got more football to come here on the Locker Room on 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're looking for tickets to the Colorado game, 93.7 The Ticket has you covered. There are 3 different ways to win one of 4 pairs of tickets. 1, like our 93.7 The Ticket page on Facebook and share the post. 2, follow our 93.7 The Ticket account on Twitter and repost the announcement post. 3, come on down to 1040 O Street, buy a drink from the mill, and enter your name in the box. All drawings will be done at noon on Friday. Get entered now.
Have you been told by your physician that your testosterone level is fine, but you don't feel fine? Get a second opinion. If your testosterone level is 200, 350, even 500, and you still have symptoms, come to Limitless Male. We treat the person and the symptoms, not the number. Our mission is for you to feel optimal again. So if you're tired all the time, no energy, brain fog, muscle loss, nothing left in the tank, get your free consult at limitlessmale.com.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com. Serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a slight chance of showers and storms this morning. Otherwise, probably the mostly sunny skies expected. An afternoon high around 85. Tonight, mostly clear skies with an overnight low around 58. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies return. We'll see a high around 77. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Jordy Ball for Anderson Ford. For years, Anderson has relied on an exceptional customer experience. But just this once, they're going to rely on a really great pitch.
It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event. Lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $399 per month.
Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1003769, $399 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 5652 and signing no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must have new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 9/3/24. See dealer for details.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines. With payment options through insurance and a sliding fee scale, services are available for any adult 19 and over seeking help. Call 402-477-3951 to learn more or schedule your appointment today. The Bridge Behavioral Health is a local substance use treatment facility offering hope and a solid foundation for recovery through substance use treatment and behavioral health interventions.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
You're listening to The Locker Room with Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel. Brought to you by F Foundation Repair on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Here we go, final segment here on The Locker Room. I know the guys are getting ready to talk about Coach Rule and some of the things he said today. But first, Mikey, let us know a little bit about our sponsor.
Yeah, make sure if you have any foundational issues, you need to put an egress window in your basement. You need a waterproofed. Like I said, I talked yesterday about the signs of settlement and the drywall cracking in the homes. Make sure to give Ep a call. They're really big in the local community, and I'll leave it at that. They prime themselves on giving back and being here and being a local grown company. So big shout out to our sponsors at Foundation Repair. You see the hat, you see the logo. It's legit. Chancellor, let's talk about it.
Yes, sir. So Coach Rule had a press conference today. I'm assuming after practice. And he said some interesting things, and I want y'all guys' take on it. First thing he said, he thinks they made a jump this week. And that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. So going from week 1, obviously you got fall camp, then going from week 1 to week 2, how pivotal is this jump for this Nebraska team, but just football teams in general?
Yeah, historically, you see your greatest jump from week 1 to week 2.
Yep.
People now understand that if you have young guys that haven't played yet, they now have the taste. We call it the taste of blood. Once you got the taste of blood, now you don't look back, right? But here's the same thing. That team out west, they also just went from week 1 to week 2.
There you go.
And here's the thing. This is what you got to think about. People say, oh, North Dakota State looked really good against them. Yeah, but here's what Deion did. He brought in 41, 42 new guys, which means that was their first time ever playing together, right? And so if teams historically have a great jump from week 1 to week 2, imagine what that team is going to do from week 1 to week 2 once they have now a little bit more understanding of what they're about and who's who. So I think it's big. And I think we can't overlook that.
Yeah.
Right. We can say whatever we want about them opening up against North Dakota State and how close of a game that was.
Yeah.
Luke and I know North Dakota State, all too well. We play them every year in and year out, and we know that they're about it. And so we can't overlook the fact, like, hey, these guys are also going from week 1 to week 2. What do you think about this, Luke?
Yeah, no, I think you find out a lot about just the different positions. Okay, we got some freshmen, a couple guys starting for the first time. You really see who's a player. I mean, going against a new team, not just your defense and stuff. You're in the game, acting on the fly, playing fast. You're seeing, okay, who's ready to play. But then also, like Mikey said, just making adjustments from that week 1 to week 2, new opponent. That's where teams are making those strides and separating themselves from the pack.
Next thing I want to get into, he said the running back rotation will be similar. And you guys being former running backs, I want to get your take, and I'll read off the stats so everyone is clear on how many touches each running back got. Emmett Johnson got 8, Dante Dowdale got 8, Ramir Johnson got 11, and Gabe Irvin got 6. Heinrich Harper got 2 as well. But so when you look at this kind of widespread load of the running backs and not really establish a dominant leader in this room. Do you see that sustainable over the whole longevity of the season, or will one emerge?
I don't see it being sustainable past this weekend.
Oh, wow.
Even through past the game.
Mm.
Somebody or somebody's 2, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Right. And that's a sprinkle and a dash. It's not a true roto guy, a true rotational guy. It's third and short, it's goal line.
Mhm.
Okay, this specific person's in. But to rotate 3 and understand also we played against UTEP, and so we had a lot of carries and opportunities.
Yeah.
That's not going to look the same moving forward. Right.
Mhm.
We're getting into the Big Ten, and to be able to run 8, 11, 6, and 2 with Heinrich, like that's not going to be feasible.
Mhm.
It's unrealistic. And you need somebody to really show that I'm him.
Yeah.
I'm the one. And heavy is the hat that wears a crown. Heavy is the
Mhm.
hat, right? And so somebody's got to go. Somebody's got to say, crown me.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure.
Where you at on that, Luke?
Well, I just think too. I mean, that's just it, because you got to have that one guy. Okay, this is our dude to move forward. That and running backs getting a groove.
Mhm.
I mean, I've seen it firsthand. I mean, Mikey when he was rolling up at SCSU, Isaac Wallace. I mean, it's when you're spreading them out like that, like early in the season, it's okay, first game, but like you got to have that one guy and you got to rock with him.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Well, another quote he said, when we play, we're worried about us. That's something you hit on. That's something you hit on earlier this week. How big is it that Nebraska just focus on Nebraska, and it's not Nebraska versus Colorado. It's Nebraska versus Nebraska. What do you think about that?
I love it. And we did hit on this earlier. I said it does not matter. It doesn't matter what they're doing. It doesn't matter what they're not doing.
Exactly.
What matters is us. And I said it earlier in the week that we made it about Prime and Rule and should there what right? No, this is about the team out west versus these boys right down here. Right. And so we have to keep the main thing. And here's why. Because their star power, if you will, is more significant than ours in terms of the fact that they're okay with those bright lights. And I'm not saying we're not. I'm saying that we don't need to get caught up in the extra.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. They live in a circus. They live in the limelight because Prime is Prime. And they have Wheezy, Lil Wayne walking them out the tunnel.
Right.
They got Terrell Owens on the side.
Right.
They have Warren Sapp, right? So they're used to that. If they make it about something that it's not, it's okay to them. And that's where they want us to go because it's uncomfortable. Right. And they know if they make us uncomfortable, they can do what they got to do.
Exactly.
So we got to keep it about what we're doing in these 4 walls.
Yeah. I got a good question for y'all. Fill in the blank. If blank has a good game, Nebraska wins. You got to pick a position group or a player.
I mean, I think it's plain and simple. Dylan Raiola. I mean, coming into his first, Big Ten game, excuse me, big game. He's still a freshman. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I remember my freshman year. Okay, first game, I was like, "Whoo! All right, let's do it." Second one, okay, did the first one, but like you're still building off that experience.
Right.
You got 100,000 fans rocking for you. It's a lot to handle. I mean, they're all behind him, supporting him. But I mean, we're not gonna lie, like it's not it's not a lot on your mental, but then also just to put it all together, play fast, and be effective. Especially when it's one of the biggest rivalry games as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So I like it. I'm gonna take it a different direction because Coach Rule and that staff is so smart and they recognize that and they know that as well. So that means they're gonna alleviate pressure off him as much as possible.
Good take.
And our running backs are our running backs. Yeah. We just said we have 4 quality guys that could truly start. Right. So that'll we could feed them and they'll carry the team. That the receiving crew, even if he's not balling, like the receiving crew, they're gonna make plays. Yeah. You saw them making plays I think we overlooked that. I think we overlooked the plays that they actually win. We made it about Dylan, but they made some significant catches, significant plays, right? And so I'm gonna go ahead and say the D line.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because Jamari Butler, my dog, he has to eat. We didn't hear a whole bunch about one last week, Jamari Butler. but we will this week.
Mhm.
The polar bear, Nash.
Yeah.
He has the clock in the middle. Ty Robinson, right? These got Prince Will, Cam Lenhart.
Mhm.
We're so deep at D-line, and Shadur's going to want to roll out of the pocket. You saw it last year. He kept dancing on us, getting out of the pocket. And when he got out of the pocket and created more time, Travis Hunter hits his deep.
Mhm.
And they're creating plays where they shouldn't. So I think this game starts and ends with that D-line.
Mm.
And I know T.
I like
Knight.
that.
I know T. Knight.
like it.
And I know he has them boys ready.
Yeah.
And he didn't even need to because they know they understand.
Mhm.
And what's understood doesn't need to be said.
Yeah. I agree with the D line, and I agree with the Dylan Raiola take. The thing on the D line, which is so interesting, is obviously they're the most versatile group,
Yeah.
and they have the most depth. And I would say if there had to be a position group that probably had the least depth, it would be probably the DBs.
Yeah.
And so having a good D line and just a young DB room or inexperienced, whatever you want to call it, they complement each other very well. And like you said, I think Shador Sanders is best when he's creating plays, making plays outside of the pocket.
Yeah.
So our contained edges, like you talk about, Jamari, Ty's gonna be in some situations like that. Prince Will, MJ, all them guys are gonna be super pivotal. That like we talked about, just execution. That's what the game's gonna be.
That's what it's about. It's and that's the main thing. I do really quick want to highlight some of our listeners. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
and
for
we
sure.
have so much love. Josh Peterson saying we made this a weekly show. Love you. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Grateful for you. We got Nashville Husker talking about how appreciative you are of our insight. That means a lot. And if there's any question that y'all might have that you want a better look at, please feel free to ask us. And we want to give you guys the most information that we possibly can.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
That's why we're here, to show people the locker room and show people a different aspect of athletes and what really goes on. That's why we start the show off like we talked about Thursday. What's going on Thursday in the mindset and in the daily routine of an athlete.
Yeah.
All right, that'll wrap it up for the locker room this week. Once again, thank you to Luke Sellers, former South Dakota State and NFL fullback, for jumping in. We got one more show. Don't miss it. Tomorrow, day before the game, Nebraska, Colorado. One more locker room this week, and we will have some fun doing that. But coming up next is On the Block on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're looking for tickets to the Colorado game, 93.7 The Ticket has you covered. There are 3 different ways to win one of 4 pairs of tickets. 1, like our 93.7 The Ticket page on Facebook and share the post. 2, follow our 93.7 The Ticket account on Twitter and repost the announcement post. 3, come on down to 1040 O Street, buy a drink from the mill, and enter your name in the box. All drawings will be done at noon on Friday. Get entered now.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804